Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by fields and dusty roads, there lived a man known for his honesty and wisdom. He was not rich, but he lived a respectable life. People in the village trusted his words because he spoke only when it mattered. Despite having everything he needed, one worry never left his heart. That worry was his son. The man's son was young, healthy and full of potential, yet he lived as if life had no direction. Every morning, while others went to work or helped their families, the boy wandered through the village streets. He laughed, talked, wasted hours, and returned home at sunset with nothing to show for the day. He did not feel shame. He did not feel urgency. To him, time felt endless. The father watched silently. He did not shout. He did not scold. He knew that words spoken in anger rarely change a heart. But deep inside, he feared for his son's future. He knew that laziness today becomes regret tomorrow. He also knew that if his son did not learn the value of time now, life itself would teach him later. And life is not gentle when it teaches. One evening, as the sun dipped low and the village grew quiet, the man made a decision. He would teach his son a lesson, not through punishment but through understanding. The next morning, the man called his son to him. His voice was calm and gentle. "Son," he said inside the cupboard, "there is a watch. Please bring it to me." The boy obeyed. He opened the cupboard, took out the watch, and handed it to his father. It was an ordinary-looking watch, nothing special. The father examined it carefully, then looked at his son. Now he said, "Take this watch to the market, show it to everyone you meet, and ask them how much they think it is worth." The boy was surprised but curious. He nodded and walked toward the market. The market was busy, filled with shopkeepers, buyers, and travelers. The boy showed the watch to one person after another. One man said, "It's worth 500 rupees. Another said, "No, it looks better than that. Maybe 1,000. Someone else said, "I wouldn't pay more than 800. A few people gave the same answer, but most disagreed. Some judged the watch by its appearance, some by its brand, some by how new it looked. The boy listened carefully, noting how everyone saw the same watch differently. When he returned home, he said, "Father, everyone gave a different price. Some said 500, some 800, some 1,000. No one agreed." The father smiled. "That is fine," he said. "Now put the watch back in the cupboard." The boy was confused. He expected more questions, more instructions, but his father said nothing else. The next day the father called his son again. "Bring me the watch," he said. The boy brought it. The father looked at him thoughtfully and said, "Now go back to the market. But this time, don't ask the price of the watch. Ask people the price of the time inside the watch." The boy was puzzled. He did not understand what his father meant. Time inside a watch? How could time have a price? Still, he did not question his father. He trusted him. He returned to the market and asked the same question to different people. "How much is the time inside this watch worth?" People stared at him. Some laughed, some shook their heads. "What kind of question is that? Go play somewhere else. You must be foolish." The boy felt embarrassed. His face burned with shame. The same market that had answered him yesterday now mocked him. Slowly, his confidence faded, and sadness filled his heart. Just as he was about to leave, he noticed a small, quiet shop at the corner of the market. Inside, an old shopkeeper sat repairing watches with careful hands. The boy hesitated, then stepped inside and asked the same question. The old man stopped working. He looked up and smiled gently, not with laughter, but with kindness. "My child," he said softly, "you are asking a very deep question." The boy listened closely. "You cannot put a price on time," the old man continued. "You may give millions of rupees, but you cannot buy back even 1 second of your life. Money lost can return. Health lost may return, but time lost is gone forever." The boy felt something stir inside him. The old man went on, "Time has one bad thing and one good thing. The bad thing is that it always passes. Whether you are ready or not, it moves on. The good thing is that you are free to choose how you spend it." He leaned closer and said, "Every human being in this world receives the same gift every morning, 24 hours. The rich man gets it. The poor man gets it. The successful and the unsuccessful both receive it equally. The difference is not in how much time they have, but in how they use it." The boy stood silently, absorbing every word. For the first time in his life, he understood that his wandering days were not harmless. They were costing him something precious. "Young man," the old shopkeeper said gently, "if you waste time, you waste life. If you respect time, life will respect you." The boy thanked the old man and hurried home. His steps were no longer slow. His mind was racing with realization. When he reached home, he told his father everything that had happened. The father listened quietly, then smiled and placed his hand on his son's shoulder. "I knew you would understand," he said. "A watch can be priced. Time cannot." From that day on, the boy changed. He began waking up early. He started working. He stopped wandering without purpose. He learned skills, helped others, and valued every hour. Life did not change overnight, but his direction did. And direction, when guided by time, always leads somewhere meaningful. Friends, time is free for everyone, but it is priceless. You cannot buy it. You cannot store it. You cannot pause it. You can only choose how to spend it. Once it is gone, it never returns. So respect your time. Use it wisely, because your future is being built in the hours you are using right now.